Jeremiah chapter 10 warns about the foolishness of Israel's futile idolatry. God reminds his people once again how meaningless and worthless idol worship is. To Israel, who provoked God to anger by worshiping idols, he says, "Do not learn the ways of the nations, or be terrified by signs in the heavens, though the nations fear them." The nations decorate what they carve with their own hands, using silver and gold, fastening them with hammer and nails, so they will not topple. These idols cannot speak or walk, yet people worship them as gods and seek blessings from them. However, these idols can neither bring blessing nor disaster, for they are nothing more than wood adorned with silver and gold. They are cut from the forest and shaped by the craftsman's hands with an axe. The customs of idol-worshipping nations are futile, and the people are senseless and foolish. Their carved images and cast idols are false. There is no breath in them. They are worthless, objects of mockery, and when judgment comes, they will perish. Yet people serve these idols they made and worship the sun, moon, and stars. They fear signs such as eclipses and comets. But the heavenly bodies were created by God for purposes other than being worshipped. Therefore the sun, moon, and stars are not objects worthy of worship. Only the Lord God, who created them and all things, is the one true God worthy of worship. In Jeremiah 10:10-11, "But the Lord is the true God. He is the living God, the eternal King. When he is angry, the earth trembles. The nations cannot endure his wrath. Tell them this: these gods, who did not make the heavens and the earth, will perish from the earth and from under the heavens. Indeed, only the Lord, who created all things, is the living and true God and the eternal King. God made the earth by his power, founded the world by his wisdom, and stretched out the heavens by his understanding. When he thunders, the waters in the heavens roar. He makes clouds rise from the ends of the earth. He sends lightning with the rain, and brings out the wind from his storehouses. Among all the so-called gods in this world, which one can create the heavens and the earth? How can gods made by human hands create all things? How can lifeless objects give blessing or harm? They are nothing more than lifeless pieces of wood and stone shaped by human hands. Therefore, the living God warns idol worshippers that the gods who did not create the heavens and the earth will perish. Yet people, in their ignorance and foolishness, continue to worship false idols. From the beginning of human history until now, countless idols have been worshipped across nations and peoples. In the background of the Old Testament, the ancient Near East was a region where many cultures and nations arose. Since the beginning of the Sumer civilization, many kingdoms rose and fell in this region. The Fertile Crescent, enriched by the Euphrates River, Tigris River, and Nile River, provided ideal conditions for the rise of the Mesopotamia and Egyptian civilizations. Though the land was fertile, natural disasters and droughts were beyond human control. Therefore, people created many gods, sun gods, moon gods, and wind gods, seeking prosperity and blessing. The land where Abraham lived, Mesopotamia, was a polytheistic culture worshipping many nature gods, including the moon god. When Jacob left his uncle Laban's house, his wife Rachel secretly stole the household idols, teraphim, and hid them under a camel's saddle. This shows that households in the region had their own idols. Rachel believed these small portable idols would protect and bless them, revealing that she had not fully separated from pagan culture. Later, when Jacob stayed in Shechem, God told him to go up to Bethel and build an altar. Jacob commanded his household to get rid of the foreign gods among them, purify themselves, and change their clothes. They gave him all their foreign gods and earrings, objects associated with pagan practices, and Jacob buried them under an oak near Shechem before going to Bethel. Only after removing all idols and purifying themselves could they build an altar to God. False idols made in place of God will perish when God judges. Those who worship false gods will also face destruction.